a few mantras that I like to live by. And one of them is we don't always get to choose our circumstances, but we do get to choose the story our life tells. So we can tell a story of hope, or we can tell a story of negativity and fear. And part of my story is that I lost my eyesight when I was 3 years old. It was a hereditary condition that I was born with, and then a failed surgery that kind of took the remaining little bit of sight that I had. So I've had quite a few years to get used to that now, and even though it's not always convenient, it really isn't a big deal to me anymore. I get around independently. I cook. I clean the house, even though it's not my favorite job, but I can do all kinds of things and live a very full life. So I really don't think too much about being blind. Honestly, the most discouraging and difficult part of not being able to see is other people's reactions to it. It's really easy to take on and to internalize what people say or what they think as if it's my problem. So lots of times I have to walk away from a situation and remind myself that just because they think I'm helpless or weak does not mean that I am. And one of the places where I really have to do this a lot, and where I'm really tempted to get frustrated with people and let my life tell a negative story, is when I'm at the airport. And I'm there a lot, sometimes once a week, sometimes a few times a week. And I interact with lots of sky caps and gate agents, checking bags and, getting help finding my gate if I'm traveling alone. And inevitably on every trip, someone will do something completely unnecessary. Like they speak really loudly and slowly because they think that since I can't see, of course I can't hear them either. So they'll be like, "How can I help you?" It's really, I bet if some of you guys are blind or visually impaired, you have probably experienced this as well. And the big one is that a sky cap, usually at least one per trip, sometimes all of them, will insist that I take a wheelchair to my gate if they're helping me. Because since I can't see, I probably don't want to walk. And I'm always like, man, I'm about to sit on the plane forever. I need some cardio. Please, let's not have this discussion/argument that I'm going to win anyway. Just no, let me just walk beside you. And it's frustrating because for as long as I've been going to the airport, this has happened, and there's just really nothing I can do to change it. It's always going to happen unless folks get more educated, which we hope will happen. And so what makes it, though, even more challenging, I think, is that I let what people say and do make me feel small. I take these experiences with me and carry them around all day. And so last year, I decided it was time to find a solution to my airport annoyances, to make my interactions with these dear humans more hopeful, more positive, more educational for me or for them, and more enjoyable for me. So my first step in general in easing tension is to write a song. It makes me feel better, and usually I can share it with other people, and it'll kind of maybe help them understand. So I don't actually sing the song to the airport people, but I did decide that I would sing it for you this morning. It's a little song that, kind of airs my frustrations, not only about airport people, but all the other humans in the world who do dumb things. Because, I never do any dumb things. So here's the Airport Man song. Dear Airport Man, I am aware that I am blind, so you don't have to shout, 'cause I can hear you just fine. And thanks for the cards, but I don't need a ride, unless you're gonna let me take the wheel. Dear server, at every restaurant, you don't have to ask my friend I want. It all looks so good to me. If you could see what I see, we all stumble in the dark and we all bump into things. We all long to be free. Yeah, we're all broken together beautifully. So I'm warning you now, that it won't be weird if I run into you when I leave here. Just be yourself, there's nothing to fear, except my supersonic ears can hear your thoughts. If you could see what I see, we all stumble in the dark and we all bump into things. We all long to be free. Yeah, we're all broken together beautifully. And the brokenness, it runs deep and wide. And left on our own, we'd all run and hide. That's why we need each other, reflecting the light. 'Cause you can see what I see, and we all stumble in the dark and we all bump into things. We're all saints, we're all thieves. Yeah, we're all broken together beautifully. Oh, we're all broken together beautifully. Oh man, it's so early. I feel a little broken in my singing voice this morning. Well, the end of the story is that I have learned and continue to learn to make an effort to really be intentional about getting to know the people that I'm working with at the airport. I used to get to know the cool ones, the ones that were really easy to like, but I've learned that the better I know anyone, the easier it is to see how we're alike and to find that common ground. And therefore, the easier it is for me to value and appreciate and love them as they are. And so what the fun part of that, especially in Nashville, because I'm in the Nashville airport so much, has been that several of the Skycaps who have now become friends were the guys that initially started, by trying to shove me into wheelchairs or carrying me, which is always another fun thing that happens. So this week, I would just encourage you to think about who is in your space that you would like to appreciate more, that you would like to understand more. And why don't you just try, pushing through the awkward a bit with them to get to know them a little bit. Well, thank you so much for hanging with me today.